Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I continue the Studio Ghibli watch through with From Up on Poppy Hill, directed by Goro Miyazaki. A group of teens band together to try and prevent the destruction of their clubhouse by the government in preparation for the Tokyo Olympics. Before I get into a review, if you're a fan of movies like myself, please click that like button and consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell notification so you never miss any more reviews like this one. But without further ado, let's jump right into this review. So this is Goro's second outing as a director of a Ghibli film, and it is definitely an improvement from the Tales from Earthsea debacle. This film had some really nice characters involved. I did love the simplistic story of these teenagers attempting to save their clubhouse. The way they managed to do so is effectively by having this clubhouse just need a little bit of TLC, a bit of a clean up, and our two leads that carry this film are the ones in charge of it. They do a great job of showing this clubhouse, showing how much it means to all the teenagers involved, and giving each club their own personality and standout moment, which is a very nice touch, and it gives some great montages along the way. I also did appreciate that the film goes a little bit against the curve of Ghibli films because pretty much every Ghibli film has had some form of romance in there, and this one does have that element but adds a new twist to it that causes a few more problems than would usually be present in a Ghibli film. I do have to say, however, that sometimes this romance story can occasionally take over the story of the saving the clubhouse, which is a little bit disappointing, and there are solutions that are made for this plot line that honestly I didn't like. I'd have liked to have stuck with the way it was going and give these characters that dilemma and this bittersweet finale to their lives, but everything just sort of comes together very rushed in the final act, which unfortunately is something knocked it down for me. I love our lead character's house, how she and a bunch of family members are all living together. There's a nice dynamic of all the little characters that are introduced, and they all get a little 5 minute moment throughout the movie. There's an artist character who I think is particularly fun, but I do enjoy that the dynamic between this massive group of people is very well done, and the whole thing about the flags as well is a very nice touch for our lead character, and I would have loved to have seen a bit more of focus on that aspect of her character. Like, big problem with this film is that the clubhouse saving stuff just seems to be only half the story, and there's never really an overriding plot that stays with you. There are two plots going on simultaneously and both get equal amounts of screen time, and that leaves you very torn on what plotline to be backing throughout this. This, unfortunately for me, wasn't the greatest of the Ghibli films. Even of the down to earth slice of life ones, it wasn't even close to being the greatest one. It's just kind of a forgetful movie. It does look good and the character designs are nice, and I do love the motivations of different characters. I do love the simplistic style of it, but unfortunately for me, it isn't something that stands out for me. These characters' names I've forgotten quite quickly. I wasn't a huge fan of where the film ended up going. I think if it stuck to a certain path it was taking for most of the film, I think I would have enjoyed this a hell of a lot more. But they squeeze in a 5-10 minute resolution right at the end for this, which is just a little convenient. I don't like convenience in my film. I like things to make sense, and my last one is explained and tries to make sense. There's a little bit of too much convenience that takes place to achieve the goals. By far and away the best elements of this film is saving the clubhouse, and it's this great sequence where these kids refusing to give up will go straight to the source to try and get things resolved, and it does give some great moments. There's this particularly great scene about the school debating whether the clubhouse should be destroyed or not, and things get very aggressive, insults get thrown. It is very much a commentary of everyone talking about political stuff these days. It's a very well played moment, but I do love how they band together, us versus the adults style. It just worked for me, that particular scene. But for every scene that did work for me, there were scenes that didn't, and I couldn't quite buy certain motivations and certain dialogues from other characters. Honestly, there isn't too much I can think of to talk about in this film. It's contemporarily shot. There are some nice shots in there. The colour palette is fine. But the problem with Ghibli is it can't just look pretty anymore. It has to really touch me in a way that I wouldn't have saw coming. And unfortunately, one of the two main plot threads I just couldn't get behind for most of the movie, and it felt like too much of a distraction from the overall narrative that the film puts in front of us at the very start. So overall, Up on Poppy Hill for me, I'm going to have to say just needs a bit more sugar. So from Up on Poppy Hill, have you seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Again, if you made it this far, consider clicking the like button and subscribe to the channel, get the numbers up, help with the algorithm, would really mean a lot. We're only a couple of films away from finishing this series. I think I might be able to get it done just in time. So thank you for anyone that's been able to watch all of these videos so far. I am very much appreciative of that. But until next time, my name is Josh, I have been Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more views coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.